Hi, I'm Xander Rose.
And I'm Eric Iverson. We're students at Tulane University. Welcome to Coomalie Farm, the site of our NSF-funded research on red-backed fairy wrens. The site is a mosaic of savanna woodlands that is shaped by fire in the dry season. However, it has also been substantially affected by humans.
There's a working airstrip, a network of roads, and countless artifacts from an Australian airbase. Why was it built? And how does its history continue to affect this place and the people who love it?
A couple of months after February 1942, those first raids on Darwin, which were 9-10 weeks after the raid on Pearl Harbor, they started building this airstrip on the 15th of August 1942.
There were mosquitoes, there were hurricanes, there were Beaufighters, there were lots of different types of planes.
And they were just devastating. The Japanese called them Whispering Death. If you go to the front and have a look on the far side, at about eye height, there's a lovely little lesson from Bomb Aiming 101.
The Japanese came into Darwin, they bombed this airfield.
And suddenly the Japanese came screaming down over the camp. And next thing he heard was a lot of gunfire and a big boom, and they hopped in a vehicle, raced down, and there's my aeroplane burning. I'll get you. And
my father was given the task of going out on sorties to fight the Japanese over in New Guinea.
Ben's dad flying with Pilot Officer Coomalie as his navigator on the 1st of December 1942. They were escorting corvettes.
There was 4 men to a tent. Sometimes when he did a reconnaissance mission or a sortie, sometimes the 3 in his tent would not come back. It was very emotional.
In war, tragedy can even strike far from the battlefield.
Something went wrong with the engine, one of the engines, and it speared off to the left down a run that I've slashed recently and into the ditch, exploded out the other side of the ditch. This is 9 tonnes of aeroplane with over 500 gallons of avgas 2 weeks before the war ended. One of those tragic things that happen in war. But 2 weeks later they had the delight of another mosquito going out, 15th of August 1945, and an hour or so out they radioed through and said the war's over, come home. That was the end of it.
Australians celebrated the end of the war, but today Coomalie is still filled with memories. Ian came to trace the footsteps of his father.
Just flying in the same air as my father did, going over the same hills, taxiing off rather than landing in. It's more than I ever would have thought would happen to me today.
Today Coomalie is a working airstrip. Its owner, Richard Luxton, allows us to use the site for research. We use the roads to access the habitat of our study species, the red-backed fairy wren, and we encounter reminders of World War II every day.
The roads also serve as fire breaks, affecting the ecology of the site. History lives on at Coomalie, influencing the present through our use of the site and its effect on the people it touches.